Ahead of the 62nd anniversary of Nigeria independence, some political analysts say Nigerian political system has not come of age 62 years of independence. A professor of politics and governance in the Department of Political Science at Ignatius Ajur University, Port Harcourt, Professor Kenneth Nweke, said politics in Nigeria has not yielded the desired dividend of the founding fathers. Professor Kenneth Nweke, in an interview with correspondent Judith Goswill, explained that the founding fathers of Nigerian politics made some sacrifices towards the independence of the country, while the current politicians in Nigeria have distanced themselves from the populace.
The level of politics that we are playing up till now not able to use much happiness for the greatest number of Nigerians. Rather, the politics that we're playing over time became independent has produced nothing but infrastructure that decay, produced corruption that is highly rising, has produced an economy that is nowhere to be found, has produced a high level of insecurity that no one is sure of where to go.
Professor Ken Nweke further said that the desired change could be achieved if the people stop sitting on the fence and get actively involved in the politics and governance of the country. He also emphasized the need for leaders to be held accountable by the people.
You have the people who have decided to sit on the fence, who have decided to be cajoled by the so-called group interest, which is nothing but personal interest. If the people who ought to activate their constitutional given responsibility or right during elections and holding their leaders accountable, if those who ought to challenge the status quo have continuously remained on the fence without actively getting involved in politics and governance of this country, of course, we will hardly achieve the desire of our founding fathers.
Professor Kenneth Nweke, however, called on eligible voters in Nigeria to get their PVCs to enthrone the right leaders during the 2023 general elections.
The only way to turn things around is for people's PVCs not only to remain in their pocket, but that they should use these PVCs wisely without allowing what is perceived to be group interest to overtake their individuality.
On his part, a public affairs analyst, Ruben Jr., said the current challenges facing the country is due to lack of vision by the political class.
As I said, the day you know your problem, that's the beginning of solution. Nigeria is a country that knows its problem, but they are yet not willing for solution. We yearn for change, but our attitude is not moving towards the change. We talk about restructuring, but yet we are not restructured as individuals. So even when the restructuring on the obvious is available, the restructuring from the inside will work with it. If Nigerians can yearn for this change and a better Nigeria, we have a better opportunity come 2023, where we elect leaders from every level except for the local government and county. So we all can come together and elect the person who we think can give us the desired yearning in change.
As Nigeria marks her 62nd independence anniversary, frontline governorship candidate on the platform of the Action Alliance AA, Dr. Dawari George, has urged the electorate in Rivers State to vote wisely by electing credible candidates into positions of authority in the forthcoming elections. Dr. Dawari George, in a statement to mark Nigeria's 62nd anniversary, asked Rivers people to participate actively during the 2023 general election. He said electorate should consider competence, character, and pedigree while making their choices. Dr. Dawari George, however, expressed optimism that Nigeria and Rivers State will be great again despite its current challenges. Meanwhile, a Niger Delta elder statesman, Chief Anab Saraigbe, says the fear of marginalization, lack of development, and improper identification of the people of the riverine were among the challenges that confronted the Ijaw people before the beginning of the agitation of the creation of Rivers State in 1967. Chief Anab Saraigbe made the observation in his speech during the Ijaw Wari World Summit with the theme, The Challenges of Actualizing Rivers State of Our Dream Through Non-Violent, Non-Abusive and Hate-Free Political Process, held today in Port Harcourt. He said the riverine area is a difficult terrain when it comes to development due to its coastal nature and its associated security threats. He also identified disunity, disharmony, suspicion, envy, power tussle, and betrayal, among others, as other challenges confronting the development of the riverine communities. Anab Saraigbe suggested that for the Ijaws in the riverine area to actualize their dream, they must be focused and learn from the developmental politics of the Southwest region and appreciate the politics. That politics is a game of service to the people and not war. Joining us to talk more on the issue is an elder statesman and the leader of South-South Elders Forum, Anab Saraigbe. Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us on the news. Hello, sir.
How would you?
Good evening. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Yeah, would you? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So 55 years down the lane, what would be your assessment of the state since its creation?
Well, our forefathers will be so disappointed in their graves. They will not be comfortable that 55 years after the struggle for the creation of state, their dreams of developing the areas has not been actualized. Rather, more and more challenges have risen because of the disunity, hatred, politics of betrayal, violence, self-centeredness, nepotism, and myopic leadership style in the state. So they will not be happy at all. And I am not also happy that despite the 80% derivation from the oil and gas exploration, where the oil-bearing communities and the entire riverine area for which the state was fought for is yet to be developed and linked up to the mainland. So our people are not happy with the way things are going, and I think something better should happen.
Okay. Away from that, River State is rich in both natural and human resources, yet issues of unemployment still pose a challenge in the state, despite the 13% derivation from oil proceeds. As an elder statesman, what would you say is the cause of unemployment and how can it be eradicated?
Well, one of the greatest challenges facing River State today is unemployment and poverty due to the destruction of the traditional occupation of fishing and farming, occasioned by the oil and gas exploration and production activities in the state. The oil and gas exploration and producing companies, in collaboration with the federal government and the NPC, have also refused to provide an alternative source of livelihood for the impacted oil-bearing communities. Failure by successive government of the state to enhance the potential of tourism is also a problem, and that tourism that's supposed to give us another sort of employment and also eradicate poverty has not also been followed. But the worst of it, the government of the state has not been able to invest in activities that would stimulate and promote employment. The NDDC is not also looking at that direction. That is the worst thing that has happened. And that is why our children are now going into all kinds of crime, right? Instead of looking for education, they are now involved in all kinds of crime, cultism, oil bunkering, oil theft, armed robbery, kidnapping for ransom, instead of following the path of honor, like education and legitimate business, that will lead them to national and international limelight. So these are the problems we have.
Okay.
But in the state,
yeah,
that
sorry
is
about
affecting
that.
us. But of all, the most challenging of all is the fuzzy relationship between the unhealthy political and socioeconomic relationship and rivalry existing between the Rivers State and Bayelsa State. It's one of the major problems we have, because the both states were created from one River State, and we expect them to work in synergy, see themselves as one brothers, like it is done in the Western states, where they see themselves as one. We should also come together as one family and one state. I think if we do that, it will also help the state.
Okay, sir. Just one final question. Your final thoughts to our leaders ahead of the 62nd independence anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, I had already said in the past, Nigeria will be 62, which is a very good age, a ripe age. But we are still lagging behind because of some of these problems we have. The focus has been removed from the government. And so we need Nigeria's leadership to see Nigeria as an aged state, and that we should do the right thing. We should promote things that will help the people, like employment, which is a key thing, because employment is one of the major things that will reduce crime in society. But that they are not focused on. And we are 62 years old, so we are no longer babies, we are adults. Nigeria is an adult state. We've also stayed for a long time now in democracy. We have been able to learn democracy, and democracy is now being part of us. So let our leadership be focused on doing how we can re-engineer our economy. Because the economy is the main thing in this country. Our economy is gone. Insecurity has killed the whole place. And it's not a major thing that we cannot be able to handle. So government should focus more on how to revive the economy. Because if the economy is revived and people are busy, crime will reduce. And insecurity itself will reduce. So we need focused leaders. So Nigeria should now look for those that they know they can vote for. They should not allow their vote to be bought by anybody. They should not be looking at party, because party has also failed us. We need the individuals who can be able to drive the country economy. So that's what we need. We need a new Nigeria where vote will count, where everybody will be participating, where actual democracy will practice, that the people of Nigeria owns whoever that is there, and we can change it if we want to change it. We need to play to that level where the political class will respect the electorate. Not a governor will come and do whatever he likes, or a president will do whatever they like, and they think nobody can talk to them. Our vote, it can talk to them. We must use our vote wisely and vote the people who want to vote.
Thank you so much for your time this evening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. And that was elder statesman and the leader of the South-South Elders Forum and NABS Sarai Bey. Former military President General Ibrahim Babangida says Nigeria will continue to remain an indivisible entity despite the challenges facing the country. General Ibrahim Babangida said this while addressing newsmen in Minna, Niger State, ahead of the 62nd anniversary of Nigeria. General Babangida said the unity of Nigeria requires a collective effort by all Nigerians. He applauded the efforts of successive administrations in Nigeria for trying to keep the country united and called for more to succeed. Still on the news at 6, NFF elects Ibrahim Gusau as its new president, and other stories after this break.
Don't sleep, wake up.
My dear Rivers youths, una don hear the latest story. Na unto say same dey bring hope to Rivers youths, so na im make we don set up simplified Rivers youth database, so we go fit capture every wey concern youth matter for the state. Log on to www.simrivdb.ng today, so that we go fit identify everything wey Rivers youth need, like employment, empowerment and capacity development. Log on to www.simrivdb.ng. Oyibo man say delay is dangerous, so make you think fast. Connect to SIM, because SIM go secure individual means.
Hello, my name is Segun Wolabi. I'm a news and current affairs talk show host. Join me on the station, Super 93.3 Port Harcourt, for a brand new talk show, Point Blank. Point Blank is an in-depth conversation with those that matters, insightful interviews in a format that will keep you informed. Join me Saturdays 8:15 a.m. as we break down the biggest and most interesting news and current affairs stories. Point Blank.
still on the news at 6 on Super 93.3 FM. The chairman of Trade Union Congress TUC in Rivers State, Ikechukwu Onyefuru, has pledged to make its Women Commission a model for other state councils in the country. TUC chairman in Rivers State, Ikechukwu Onyefuru, made this known while inaugurating the new ESCO of the Women Commission. He urged the TUC Women Commission to come up with laudable projects.
The care center will progress. We appreciate and we understand the power, the influence of the women. And one of the key focus of TUC National President, Comrade Festus Osifo, is to empower the women. So as a state council, we are aligned with the vision of TUC National President, Comrade Osifo, to also build a vibrant, very well articulated and vibrant women commission. So this inauguration we are doing today is a very, very, very important one to this council, especially now that we have embarked on a journey to create awareness and to reposition TUC, such that TUC Invested Council will remain the TUC of choice in the whole of Nigeria.
After the swearing-in is witnessed by the TUC ESCO members at its secretariat in Port Harcourt, the chairperson of the Women Commission, Loma Ogelma, pledged loyalty to the TUC ESCO.
ESCO member, we have really elected the commission. I wish to say thank you, our chairman, for giving us the opportunity to serve. It is a calling for us to serve, and we pledge our loyalty and support to the chairman and his government. Thank you.
Our correspondent reports that the new TUC ESCO was elected and inaugurated last week. Education stakeholders in the state have called for an end to all forms of barriers that prevent Nigerian youth from the study of science education. The call was made during the first Rivers State University International Conference on Science Education with the theme Inclusive Education. The stakeholders said there is need to promote the study and learning of science in Nigeria to deepen technological development in the country. The acting HOD of Science Education, Dr. Talima Adolphus, while speaking to journalists, said aimed at promoting inclusive practices in the teaching of science education in schools across the country.
We cannot overemphasize the importance of science education. An economy that is driven by technology as we have today. Unfortunately, we have a lot of systemic, cultural, and social curriculum barriers that exclude young people who should have good career in science, and they excluded because of these barriers. And we thought that we should have this international conference to be able to acquaint lecturers, those in teacher education, also students, of the thing to do so as to promote inclusive practices in our teaching and learning.
In her comments, a reader at the Rivers State University, Dr. Doris Omeodu, said inclusive education will enhance economic development in the country.
Go a long way with the papers that will be promoted here. At least will be enlightened on everybody into education, both the able, the disabled, those from the poor, from the rich, from the urban, and even the rural areas, all learning under one umbrella. You don't segregate, bringing in some special equipment to instructional materials to teach them. So that's what we're trying to educate the public about, inclusive education.
And in sports, Ibrahim Gusau has been elected as the new president of Nigeria Football Federation. Gusau won by 40 votes to 1 against Peter Said Ida in the rerun election held in Benin City, Edo State this afternoon. There was no clear winner in the first round of polls, while some contestants like Sheyi Akiwumi and Shehu Deko withdrew to support Gusau. Ibrahim Gusau now succeeds Amaju Pinnick, who completed his tenure after 8 years. Pinnick was first elected in 2014 and got re-elected in 2018. And just before we go, let's take a look at the headline of our major stories. Rivers State government calls on all multinationals to be attentive to the economic development of host communities. And former military head of state Ibrahim Babangida says Nigeria's unity cannot be compromised. That was the news. It was edited by Shegun Wolabi with the assistance of Ugochukwu Iwuchukwu and produced by Paul Obudefe. You can also visit us on our social media platforms at Super FM PH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember, every child is your child. Support inclusive education. Good evening.
News, sports, entertainment, and talk for the whole family.
The Boardroom Port Harcourt is the spot where big boys play. Boardroom is a fusion of intuition. The Boardroom presents the Independence Day celebration tagged Green Again Hangout. The date, 1st of October 2022, time 4 p.m. The Boardroom is located at the penthouse of Affor Market Building, Peter Odili Road, Port Harcourt. Reservation 0809-404-9104 or 0806-443-6670. Activities for the night will be outstanding. Karaoke, great music, live band, fun games, and lots to eat and drink. Music policy to be supplied by DJ Double D and DJ Toski. And on a regular, the Boardroom offers nice and delicious meals away from home. Cocktails and mocktails, shakes and a variety of drinks. Reservations, once again, 0809-404-9104 or 0806-443-6670.
Change, they say, is constant. So whether you're prepared or not, change will come. Why not be a part of this life-transforming training that will equip you to take full advantage of the digital market? Training House of Peculiar presents Systematic Approach to Financial Freedom. Come and learn from experts who have mastered the digital market and its intricacies like Ekuribe Kelechi, Ikechukwu Anunobi, and many more. At the Systematic Approach to Financial Freedom, taking place on Monday, 3rd of October 2022 at number 327 Old Refinery Road, opposite Atinu Hospital, Port Harcourt, River State. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. To participate, all you need to do is text RESERVE, that is RESERVE, to 09168243310. Again, 09168243310. Systematic Approach to Financial Freedom. For more information, go to www.peculiartrades.com. With Training House of Peculiar, financial freedom is possible.
From the young to the old, every tribe, every nation, we're leaving no stone unturned.
Glory to God. Excitement fills the air as we celebrate with the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome, on the translation achievement of 7,000 languages of Rhapsody of Realities all over the world, happening today, the 30th of September 2022, which is the International Translations Day. Be a part of this glorious impact happening around the world by sponsoring copies of Rhapsody of Realities and making them available in your own language by giving to these accounts: Zenith Bank 10189804485. That is Zenith Bank 10189804485. Also, for your bookings to congratulate the man of God and inquiries, you can call this number 081-829-02068. That is 081-829-02068. Or visit us at the Christ Embassy Convention Ground Church at Rupoku New Road Roundabout. Let's celebrate the Lordship of Jesus in River State and all over the world. God bless you.
Do you know you have a say in how Nigeria turns out? The prayers we pray and the words we speak today will determine our future in the next few days, weeks, months, and years. Introducing Let's Pray for Nigeria using Praying for the Nations. Praying for the Nations Volume 2 by Pastor Chris is a timely audio compilation on prayer. This pray-along audio compilation will guide you on how to pray for our nation Nigeria in these times as we prepare for the next presidential elections.
Who will stand up for his city? Who will stand up for his country? Are you ready to stand up? Stand up for your city. Stand up for your country. God needs somebody praying. Let it be you. Let it be you today.
Get your free digital copy today from the Pastor Chris Digital Library app, downloadable on the Lovell App Store. For more information on how to participate, kindly call +234 803 422 6164 or send a mail to pcdl
at level360.com. Arise, O compatriots. It's time to pray for Nigeria. Make your voice count where it really matters.
Praying for Nigeria, and with our prayers, we light up the land.
I love this radio station. Keep listening to Super FM.
Inspire, inform.
I'm black man.
Hey, I'm Tones
Influence Super FM.
Turn it up!
Port Harcourt.
Because no one does it better. We are Super FM.
Super FM 93.3. Ozagaga again. Hobby Ivy. Anytime you talk for radio, you dey hide me. You make me hungry. I need an Ivy. I want one chop for super breakfast show. Somebody tell IJ Sugar, say she dey melt my heart with her lingua. Her voice so cool, like say na winter. Na mid-morning show, we still dey shiver. Sky, Osisi Kanko one big Obia Kainlawa. Go afternoon waka, body go. Make I enter your motor, so you go take me on a super evening drive. Now DJ I hear you tight there. Anytime you play, you make my soul come alive. Eh? I been go look for you for your former street, but them say you don't pack go old school drive. Merits J, I do your way. Shebi we go play sports today. Action I wanna be. As the matter be, Shegun go tell you point blank for Super FM. Super